We just motored for a little while to get out of Mariehamn, and now we're anchoring in this really nice bay. We tried going to the rock directly, but it wasn't steep enough, so the depth didn't seem big enough, so we decided to anchor instead. And right out there, out of that opening, is the open water between the Aaland Islands and Sweden, which we are probably going to cross tomorrow, so we're at a perfect starting position for the trip tomorrow. So now I think we're going to make some nice food and just enjoy this nice space and get ready for tomorrow. Getting back to Sweden, we still have to repair our Swedish flag because it got kind of torn from our many weeks in Sweden last time, and it's still not really ready to get up again, so maybe that's a project for tonight.
We had a wonderful time on the Aaland Islands. We met nice people that would turn out to become great friends when we met them again later on our journey. We also had family joining us on the boat for a while, and we enjoyed exploring the nature with them. In Mariehamn, we visited the tall ship Pommern, which was a very cool experience. After having repaired our Swedish guest flag, we felt ready for a very big step. Sailing back to Sweden meant crossing our own route for the first time in the 4 months we had been sailing so far.
It's really hard to film mosquitoes, but all the small things you see moving are mosquitoes. And I just went out to fly the drone and I probably got 20 bites, so please enjoy the footage. It's a beautiful morning with very little wind, and Paul just started pulling up the anchor because we're going to try to go to Sweden today. And this is how the plotter looks when we've spent a night at anchor. We usually leave it on and then have an anchor alarm turned on, which makes a very loud sound if we move more than 20 meters. And actually yesterday evening it did go off because, as you can see, we started having the boat over here. The anchor is here in the middle somewhere. We were over here, and then actually the boat turned once all the way around, and since then we've been over here. So the wind changed from westerly winds to easterly winds during a very short period. Very typical for sailing in the Ålands. We just left our anchorage bay back there somewhere, and now we meet the Baltic Princess, a very big 200-meter passenger ship. I've never been on one, but Paul has, and he says that it's a crazy party boat.
Yeah, it's party all night and day, and alcohol very cheap. Good life.
So this is the Baltic Princess, and it seems that they're going to Turku because they're going to the east now, and we will turn west and try to set sails and see if there's enough wind to sail. But as you can see from the windmills over there, there's not that much wind today. But let's see, I'm optimistic. And there's Silja line going to Turku. no wind, not even the flags are moving. We've been sailing for a while now with low speeds, so it's still Aaland over there. But here the water is really, really weird. I'm not sure if you can see it through the camera, but there's a lot of green tiny particles in the water. I guess it must be some kind of algae bloom, but it looks kind of gross. And it's crazy because we're out of the open water. There's only water all around us, and I think it's 100 meters deep here. So usually that's where the water looks very nice, but it's kind of muddy and green here. And my phone just texted me, "Welcome to Sweden." So I think we might be ready now to hoist the Swedish guest flag instead of the Aaland one. Now you can see Swedish islands in the horizon, if you look closely at least, and the Swedish flag up there. I put it a little low so it won't get stuck again, but maybe it was a little too low. Oh well, it's up there now.
So Leo, what was just happening?
The Swedish Coast Guard just came in their scary boat right next to us, and we thought that we were doing something illegal or sailing in some kind of restricted area. But then it turned out they just came to say hello, and they asked us where we're going, and I told them that we're going to Norrpada, and then they just said, "That's nice." But I think Paul is right. His theory is that because so few boats are sailing up here now, every boat is very suspicious. So maybe they just wanted to check us out, but they seem very friendly. So yeah, very nice. Now I think they're gonna go to, there's a German boat sailing over there. It seems like they're heading for them now. So maybe
very suspicious sailing boat.
Yeah. I think maybe they're just a little bored today. I'm happy that I put up the Swedish flag now. Imagine if I still had the Aaland flag up and they came
this
by.
would have been terrible.
Yeah, that was good timing. Back in Sweden. Curious. Hello? Who are you?